What's going on, chosen vessels? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need the whole chosen family, light beings, star seeds, intergalactic ones, chosen ones, divine ones. I need everybody to hit that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button. And don't forget to show some love in them comments. Let's get into it. If you feel like it's all over for you, guess again, it's only the beginning and you're just getting started. If you've been feeling like it's all over lately, you're not alone. I want you to know that everybody feels like that from time to time when they're working on something and not a lot of people get their idea or respect or accept what you're trying to do because you aren't able to produce anything with your craft or your goal or your dream. People will put you down for it and tell you need to go do something else. So for all the people out there that are not giving up on themselves or their dream, and that they know they're on the right path and they know what they have to do to become successful, this video is for you. You obviously know you have to take care of yourself and your responsibilities, but to people on the outside looking in who don't know anything about a dream or trying to build something for themselves or try to have generational wealth for the future generations to come, they have no idea what you're really trying to do. To them, it may seem like you're just playing around or you're not taking your life seriously, all because you're experimenting and using trial and error to figure out your life. So don't allow the pressure from other people and other people's opinions to weigh down on you when you're going after your goals and dreams. Everybody has something that they want to do with their life, and everybody has their time when God allows them to become successful. All right, it's when you put in the time and effort, but a lot of people are, when it comes to trying to become successful at something, you have to figure out, number one, what it is you want to do. You have to figure out how you're going to do it. Those things take time. That's why a lot of people just take the easy way out. They go get a job. They go to school, get there's nothing wrong with getting an education, but they get a degree instead of self-educating themselves to be able to prosper in the area that they want. Reason why some people don't go to school is because they feel they don't need to. They feel that what they want to do, a degree is not going to help them in the area that they want to become successful in. But because sometimes the area that people want to become successful in will be frowned upon because there's no degree attached to it. Or the route that they're taking, there won't be a degree attached to it. A lot of people will frown on you, and a lot of people will shun you and frown upon you wanting to believe in yourself and knowing that you can create your own reality if you take the time to develop a skill. A lot of times people don't want to take the time to develop a skill. They'll play it safe and they'll go get a job, get them a salary. They won't take a chance on themselves. They won't go through the process of starting from the bottom and building it and start from ground up and building it from the ground up. A lot of people don't understand the process of building something. And they talk about instant gratification, and they try to tell you, the dreamer, that there's no such thing as instant gratification and success doesn't come overnight. But what they don't realize is you're not trying to achieve an overnight success. They may see that for you because you have a lot of potential and they see you have a bright future ahead. But the thing is, you're not trying to obtain overnight success. All you're trying to do merely and simply is to become as great as you can without trying to wait for the perfect opportunity for you to try and go after your goal. You don't have to wait for the perfect time. You don't have to wait for the perfect opportunity because that will hold you back in life. So the one thing that is, I just saw a video, right? And before I made this video, I just saw a short, and it said that your boss pays you a salary as for you to as a vice for you to forget about your dream. So basically, I'll keep it raw and real. Dude said your boss gives you a salary to keep you high, to give you a salary as a high so you forget about your dream. So basically, he's basically saying people who work are no different than people who keep going back to a drug dealer for that crack or for that hard, for that whatever they're using or whatever they selling on the streets. Basically, he's saying there's no difference because same people who keep going back for that hit, same people who keep going back for that hit, that salary. It's like they need another hit of salary. So it's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with work. Obviously, it's nothing wrong with a salary. Obviously, the people who have salaries, they could buy cars. They could buy cars. They could buy houses, cars, homes. They could provide for themselves, provide for a family. But if you want to be free, and if you want to live your life to your fullest potential, you have to take a risk, and you have to not be afraid to fail. You have to not be afraid of what people are going to say about you. And you have to not be afraid of how people are going to look at you and view you because you're choosing to do something different. You don't want to be tied down to a company for the rest of your life. And the fact that you didn't want to make any long-term decisions on your life before you figured out what you actually wanted to do with your life, that's very smart. A lot of people may look at you like you may not be where you're supposed to be, but you're actually right where you're supposed to be, according to God and according to the universe, because you're taking a different route than everybody else. You're not taking the conventional route. You're not choosing to take the safe route. Believing in yourself is not safe. There's risk in that. You can fail. You can lose. But the thing is, if you keep believing in yourself, you'll eventually hit. You'll eventually get to where you want to go. It's not like the lottery. All right, even though it kind of is, but it's more believing in yourself is more potent than believing in the lottery. Even if you play the lottery, you still have to believe in yourself because you have to believe in your ability to win. So you're still believing in yourself. You're still believing in yourself either way. So when you believe in yourself, that threatens a lot of people. I always say that on this channel. Self-belief threatens people because you have a certain level of mental aptitude that a lot of people don't have. You have aptitude that a lot of people would wish they had. All right, basically you got mental balls because you're not afraid, and mental ovaries for the females. You're allowing yourself to make mistakes. You're allowing yourself to be laughed at. To allow yourself to make mistakes and to allow yourself to be laughed at, that's a certain level of genius because you have to accept yourself for who you are, and you have to be so accepting of yourself that you don't give a total that people feel indifferent or have an opinion about you and the truth that you have for yourself, what you believe in, and your goals that you set for yourself. Everybody has a different aim in life. Just because somebody has a house and a car and a job and a salary today doesn't mean you're not going to be more successful than them tomorrow. You have to believe in yourself. You have to mold your mind. You have to reprogram your mind. You have to rewire your mind, reprogram your thoughts, because your thoughts are the only thing that will stop you from achieving your goal. You may look at other people, you may look at society, you may look at the world, and that may get you down because you're not doing what everyone else is doing. You're choosing to go with your gut, and you have to remember, you're choosing to trust God. So people may have their opinion, people may have something to say, but we have to remember that we must be patient. We're trusting God. We're not bums. We're not losers. We're not merely just sitting around not doing anything. We're trusting God. And a lot of times when you're going through a period of uncertainty, you're trying, people don't see you trying. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Things aren't working out for you. People don't see that. They just see you as, oh, this person doesn't have anything. This person isn't taking care of themselves. They don't know that you're doing things to take care of yourself. It's just that things aren't working out. And you see why they're not working out. You're taking the necessary steps to do what you have to do. It's just that you see why things aren't working out. It's because God wants you to take time to work on yourself. God wants you to take time to work on your dream. When you have time and you have time to work on yourself and work on your dream, and you're still trying to take care of your life the best way you can in all areas of life, just like everybody else, just like all the other people of society, you're still trying to do your thing. You're still trying to go out there, make a way, and get your grind on, just like everybody else out there, Monday through Friday. But you're trying to do it a certain way. You're trying to do it a specific way. You need the opportunity that you seek to work for you, so that way you could still continue to do what you need to do for you. You're trying to start a business. You're trying to become something, an author, an artist, a musician. You see something greater for yourself than just a normal lifestyle with a job, going to work every day and going home. And the people want to condemn you because you have a creative mind. You have an idea. A lot of people don't have creative minds. That's why they go copy other people and they do they do the same thing they do everyone else do. So now you have a whole bunch of people who are copying everything else they see everyone else do, getting together, pointing the finger at the one person that unlocked the chain, and that's like, yo, I don't want to be a slave. I want to free myself. I want to be a boss. I want to be an owner. You can't just wake up and say, I want to be a boss. I want to be an owner. And it happens. You're going to have to learn how to do that. You're going to have to take the proper steps to become that. So while people are laughing at you, why certain people are putting you down, why certain family members don't believe in you and they don't think you can do it, and they're constantly trying to tell you to do something else, you still have to believe in what you want to do. Even though people may be trying to help you, you can't tell them what you want to do. Don't ever tell anybody that you have a dream. Don't ever tell anybody that you're doing something to become successful. Always keep that on the hush, because people will not want to see it happen. And they'll try, when things aren't going how you want them to go, people are going to be like this in your ear. You know that's not working for you. You know you need to be doing something different. There's always periods of uncertainty when people are going after their dream. All right, when people are training, and when people are starting out, when people are learning, they're unsure. All they know is that I'm doing my best and I'm gonna keep putting in a solid effort. If you do your best and put in a solid effort, you can't lose. It's just that people don't want to wait. People are impatient. They want the instant gratification. They want the instant result. But they'll tell you, the dreamer, not to go after instant gratification. But they don't realize you don't want instant gratification. All you want to do is to be able to be your own boss, provide for yourself, call your own shots, not be a slave, and not have somebody else tell you what to do for the rest of your life. There's who doesn't want that? So the fact that you actually believe in yourself, the fact that you think you have what it takes, the fact that you know you can accomplish certain things, people and life may make you feel like it's all over because you don't have anything to show for your ideas, your dreams, your ambition, your goals, all the work you've been putting in on yourself, all the changes you've been adding unto yourself, all the information you done added to yourself, all the things you done learned and figured out. You still may not have anything to show for it yet, anything that anybody will care about. You got something to show for it, but they're like, okay, what's that? Who cares? That's not getting you the necessities for you to be able to provide for yourself and take care of yourself. Why should I care about any progress you've made when it comes to you working on a dream? Is that dream able to pay your bills and take care of you and provide for you? Maybe today, no, you got me. I only started maybe a year ago or maybe like last month, but no, you got me. I'm not able to I'm not able to live substantially and sufficiently off my dream as of yet. So I'm sorry, but when you do your best and you don't give up, things work out. If you want to be successful, you've researched and learned enough success stories to realize, you know what, I gotta keep going. no matter what auntie say, no matter what gram say, no matter what pop say, mom say, dad say, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, girlfriend, husband, whoever, teacher, boss, best friend, significant other, no matter what anybody says, you have to believe in you, because nobody knows what's going on up here except for you. Nobody can program this unless you let them. Are you going to let people program your mind, your friends, and tell you to play it safe so you don't go after what you want in life because they're scared you're going to leave them behind? So they're not going to promote your growth, and they're not going to tell you to go out and go live your dream because they don't want you to become more successful than they are, even though they're your friend. Apparently, people say that's human nature. I call it the devil's nature, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to argue or compare, but the one thing that doesn't make sense is that why you got beef with me because I think I could do something. Why you got beef with me because I think I could change my life with an idea. Why you got beef with me because I don't want to just sit around and just look at the life that I currently have when I could be living the life that I want. Why are you mad at me because I'm not ignoring my desires and I'm not suppressing my desires? These people are suppressing their desires. That's why their attitudes are all jacked up and funked up, because they're ignoring the fact that they want more out of life. Then when they see a person, a dreamer that believes in themselves and thinks they can have all these things that they see for themselves, these people get butthurt because they don't know how you're holding on to that mindset. They don't know how you're holding on to that belief. You have to trust God, number one. That's where it starts. These people don't have belief in God. They don't trust God. They don't trust the Creator. All right, they have no interest in God. They have no interest in the Creator. That's why I'm glad I'm chosen. That's a blessing, man. To be curious about God, to be wondering about nature, to wonder about the universe, to wonder about life, to know there's more to life, to know that certain aspects of today's society is just another form of slavery. And I'm not trying to get all the man and the system and the you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get all what do they call it? Not trying to get all conspiracy or soul brothered out on you or hippied out on you, you know. But what I am trying to tell you is that why choose less when you can have more? All right, the king and queen, they know their worth. The president, they know their worth. These people in these high places, even though they may be wicked, they know their worth. But everybody in the high place isn't wicked. Some people, they work to get to where they're supposed to be at. There are wicked people in high places, but just because somebody's in a high place doesn't mean they're wicked. There's no all in everything, and there are some good people in some places that God allowed to be there because they earned it and they worked their way to the top. So when people put you down, when people have something negative to say, it's cool. That's life. Don't count yourself out, and don't feel like it's all over for you. It's not over for you unless you say it's over for you. It's not over for you until you give up. It's not over for you until you give up. And I know you don't want to give up. I know that you have a dream in your mind. I know you have goals. I know you have certain ambitions and things that you see for yourself that nobody else believes. And they don't have to. That's the thing. They don't have to. Stop trying to make people believe what you think. Stop trying to make people believe what you see. I know you have this dream. That's between you and God. Because people aren't excited about life the way you are, chosen vessel. People don't have a zeal for life like you do. You have a zeal for life, they don't. You have a zeal for life, they have a repel for life. They repel life. They don't want to live their best life. They want to live their mess life. The life that they didn't clean up, the life that they didn't fix things. They swept it under the rug. They did the comfy couch. I don't know if that might be a little too old school for y'all. They did the comfy couch, and instead of just putting things up, they just swept all their problems underneath the couch. When I was young and I cleaned up like the comfy couch, my parents would be like, "Yo, you just cleaned up like that TV show. Clean up for real, like a real person." So I would have to put things away and do things right. I couldn't clean up like the comfy couch because my parents didn't want me to have a jacked up life. They didn't want me to have a jacked up mind. Because if they let me clean up like that comfy couch, I would have known that I could just take it easy and I could take shortcuts and I could have a half behind life. Just because you're not where people want you to be or you're not successful, don't lower yourself. Don't degrade yourself. Don't think that you don't want more out of life. Don't think that you don't want the same as everyone else, and don't think you don't deserve the same as everyone else. You're taking a different way, which takes some figuring out. You're not giving up on yourself, and you have to find out what it is you have to do to make your dream work. These things take time. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, and take yourself off the stopwatch and clock of the world. Everybody else is doing this by this age. I have to too. Everybody else is doing this at this time. I have to too. No, you don't have to do anything at any time that anybody else does. You're allowed to slow down, live your life, make choices, and make decisions and think. I was on the bike trail the other day and I was walking past this lady. Her child says something about how come this man doesn't have a family or something like that. Or basically, it was along the lines of them. They were talking about why some people don't have families or something like that. And basically, the lady was saying that because somebody's going to die and then they're going to get old and then they're not going to be able to have kids. But she said that near me so I could hear it. She was jealous because she had a family. She chose to start a family, have kids, and she chose to do what everybody else did. And she sees a grown person that has no children, that's living their life and making choices and decisions that they want because they can, because they don't have other responsibilities that other people have because that was their choice. So now she has something negative to say, and she wants to talk about somebody that's going to die because they didn't make the same choices as her. All right. So people are, and these are the people that will try to put you down because you're not living your life like they did. People want you to live your life like they did. That's all they want. They want you to live your life like they did. It's all that they have left to say about you is that you're not doing what they did. You're not doing the same things that they did with their life. And that's what they want. They want you to be just like them, so that way you could be unhappy with the same, because they're unhappy with their decisions. Now, don't get it twisted. The people who are want you to be unhappy, and people who think that they want you to be frowned upon for the choices you made. You don't have a family, you should feel bad about yourself. You're not married, you don't have a partner, you should feel bad about yourself. No, I'm free. I have free time. I have peace of mind. I have space. I don't have anybody that can get on my nerves. I don't have anybody bothering me. I'm free. I have peace, and that's what I like. So I like peace. I like freedom. You chose to go start a family. You chose to go get married. So don't be mad at me because that's what you chose to do. If that's what you chose to do with your life, that's what you chose to do with your life. So she had a negative opinion because she sees me working out, going for my jog. I have time to do that. I guess with her children, she makes excuses and she tells herself that she doesn't have time to do things because she has kids. Excuse. All right, people in certain positions make excuses, whether you have responsibilities or not, whether you go after your dream or not, or you stay dedicated or motivated or disciplined or not. That's your decision, and whether you don't, and you whatever reason you create for that is an excuse. So if everybody has enough time in a day to get done what they don't. If you choose not to do it and you make up in anything other than I just didn't do that, that's an excuse. You chose not to do that, and you use your kids as an excuse. You use your job as an excuse. You use having to do something for your mom as an excuse. You use church as an excuse. You use that doctor's visit as an excuse. Don't make excuses. Sit down, buckle down, be annoyed, be angry, be mad, be upset, and get it done. Be tired, don't feel like doing it, and do it anyway. I bet you feel like cashing that check once you get paid for that idea and everybody applauds you and praises you for it. Yes, you would. You would love to go to the bank with that check. You wouldn't care. You would. I bet you if you was too tired, you can go to the bank and cash a check. You're not too tired to cash a check, so you shouldn't be too tired to work on your dream. Well, you should think about that. Would I be if you're too tired to work on your dream? If you tell yourself, "Man, I'm too tired," think about it. Are you too tired to cash a check? If you were to cash a check, you'd be like, you'd go from I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm ready to. Where that? I need a pen. Somebody got a pen? Somebody got a what? Yo, somebody got a pen? Yeah, well, I'll sign it with my finger. I'll dip my finger in some ink, quill it out. So don't give up. If you feel like it's all over, guess again. If you feel like it's all over, it's only the beginning for you. Because depending on your mindset, you could change your mind and you could start over right now. Even if you failed, even if you didn't succeed, even if you lost it all, even if you have to start over, starting over is perfect. What's wrong with starting over? At least you're doing something. Starting over is better than just giving up. I'd rather start over on my dream than give up. I'd rather even take on a new dream than just not dream at all, not think I could become successful at anything. You have to know that you could become successful at something. Everybody has something. People just don't want to take the time to develop it. And because you took the time to develop it, they want to hate on you because you didn't play it safe. And they want to make you feel bad about it too. So and so is unemployed. This person is this and that. That person is this and that. But people will discredit you because you have a vision, you have a goal. I bet you once your dream takes off and once you're able to become successful, because the people don't have the vision you have, people don't have the mindset that you have, I guarantee that once you become successful, nobody's going to be able to say anything about what it is you're doing. They're going to be asking you for a job because you're smart. And the thing is, people try to downplay smart and intelligent people. A lot of times people aren't smart enough to do the things that they downplay you for in the first place. You got to remember, you're smart. You are wise. And plus, you have God working for you. You have God on your side. So if God is for you, who could be against you? If you have God on your life, if you believe in yourself, and you put in you put in enough effort to develop a skill, you'll succeed and you won't lose. You won't fail at life like they want you to, or like they think you will, or like they try to tell you you will. They're only trying to tell you you're going to fail because they want to see that happen. You can't do that. That's not going to work. They don't want it to work. So they're telling you that because they want you to think that. If you think something is not going to work, it's not going to work. If you think that you can do something, it's going to be a lot easier for you to do it. And you're going to have a lot higher success rate than if you think you couldn't do something. And that's a lot of people's problem, is that they think they can't do something when they think that they can. They're misusing their mind and they're misusing their thoughts when it comes to their dream. But then when they see somebody else that's not doing that, when they see somebody else that thinks correctly, they want you to feel like you're not going to make it. So I understand it could be difficult. Besides them, besides everything, we're not even worried about other people really, because this is about us and we're staying in the game no matter what. If you feel like it's all over, I want you to know this. Keep your faith. Keep your faith in God. Keep praying and know that you're going to get through this. All right. If you got through everything else, you're going to get through this. There's nothing that you can't get through if God already got you through something else. Keep your faith. When you didn't have before, didn't you end up with? When things weren't going right before, didn't they end up going right? When things were looking like they were going to go downhill, didn't they go back up for you before? This just may be a little down period. This may be a little downtime. It may be a little time where God is testing your faith again, because he's about to bless you with something major and magnificent. So make sure when you feel like it's all over, make sure you go to God. Don't go to man. Don't take your mind into what everybody else is saying, because that will create a hell for you. Even though you're not sure what's going to happen, you can still stay positive within God, within Christ, and that way you can still stay positive, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you could attract opportunities for you. Because when you focus on God, when things aren't going how you think they should or how they're supposed to be, that will keep your spirit up. When your spirit is up and when you feel good, when you don't have, or when you're not doing not in the game right now, or when things aren't going how you want them to, you'll be able to attract better just by your attitude and just by how you feel alone. So your attitude and your feeling plays a huge part. Don't let what you see get you down. Don't let your situation get you down. A circumstance, a problem. Don't let anything get you down. always be able to be in this state of mind where no matter what goes wrong, you can always find something to give praise to God for. You can always find something to be grateful for. All right. So if you feel like it's all over, guess again, because God has other plans for you. Guess again, because that dream that you haven't gave up on is going to work out. When you don't give up, things work out. You figure things out. You learn things. Doors open. Opportunities come. People get sent. People mysteriously pop up in your life. Somebody will discover you. Somebody will find what you're doing. Some way, somehow, if you're doing something right and people are seeing it and you're getting exposure and people are telling you that you're doing a good job and you're providing value to people, don't give up. Or if something's not working and you're not seeing anything and you're stuck at zero, try something else. But if you see something working and it's just going to take a little bit of time and God is showing you where it's going, you just know that, you know what, I need to keep going with this. I need to ignore everybody and keep going with this because God is showing me that this is the route. Follow that. Trust God. Obey Him. Be obedient. Trust your instincts and your intuition, and always pray and ask God for guidance. All right. I want to thank everybody for checking this video out. I appreciate every new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching, commenting. I appreciate everybody hitting the like button, the share button, and again, shout out to all the new subscribers. I'll see all you amazing people, galactic family, in the next video. Peace.